Silverburst Reserve.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's a new guitar day here. We have two matching Gibsons. One is the Flying V, the other is the Explorer. Both beautiful guitars in amazing condition. They are not the same year. I believe the V is in 07 and the Explorer is a 2012. So I noticed on the Explorer here, there's still some of the plastic around the switch here, the ring. So I'm going to unscrew the pickup guard and get this loose, and I want to be able to hold the toggle switch from the back as I tighten this. So we're going to get the plastic off this and then tune it up. It also needs a new truss rod cover. I happen to have one here from a custom that I took off. It didn't have any engraving on it, and it just turns out that's the one that the Explorer actually needs. And Zoe, how you doing, buddy? Good. So yeah, I have this here. We've got to put this on the Explorer. That's the type it's supposed to have, so I'm going to put a different type on. Luckily, they didn't drill holes for the bottom screws. Yeah. They only did they left the top one, so we should be able to put that on. You never see this was here. Pretty cool. Yeah. For the Flying V, probably in another video, we're going to take off the volume. We're going to do the same thing, something similar in the next video for the Flying V, but we'll come back to that guitar. So, Enzo's excited to play the Explorer, huh? He wants to be the first person to play it once we get it tuned up. Yeah, looks cool. That's a big piece of wood, huh? I got to do some repair on the case, too. Let's go take a look at the guitar case. So on the guitar case here, we got a bad latch, and it's really sharp here. I don't like this. I looked in here, and it's not accessible from the back either. The same for over here. If I pull this back, it's like it's in between. The rivet doesn't go all the way through. So I think I have to drill this out. So I'm going to drill out these three, get this plate off, and then see about actually removing the rivets, because the new one that I ordered, the Latch, is a split rivet that we'd have to drill through and spread, but maybe I have to do a different way. I don't really know what to do with this yet. I don't think I ever saw a white guitar case like that. No, not like that. Our BFG has one. One of my other Les Pauls has a white one. This was common in right before you were born. This was the common color they had. I think every decade they might change the colors of the inside of the cases. If you know the answer, leave us a comment. Enzo would like to know. He's going for the Air Guitar Championship, by the way. So I think we're gonna stay focused on the case here for right now first, and I'm gonna try and drill out the rivets here, and then we'll go over to the guitar and mess around with that. They went ahead and drilled little pilot holes, but they didn't go all the way through. They're just divots in the rivet, so I can use this larger drill bit here to try and actually pop off the head of the rivet. There we go. So after drilling it, you want to try and hit it at an angle, and you should get the head to pop off. It just did. And I'll show that here. See in the top left there, the head of the rivet is out, it looks like. So let's see if I can do the same for the other side. There we go. Alright, I was able to drill out all 5 of the holes. I did break a bit, but I got the plate off. And this is what we're left with. I got some residuals of the rivet still here on part of it. And I just kind of cut off like that. I was able to pull one out with the pliers. It looks like it's just a split tail in the back. So I'm going to dig out the remaining portions of the rivet here, drill them out, and I'm just going to use some long wood screws that won't penetrate all the way through the thickness of the case, but it will hold the new latch on securely. So I was able to clean it pretty good. The rivet's still in there, but it's kind of like off to the side. I was able to kind of push at least the tip part of it over to the side. So when I go in with the screw, it should almost use the rivet like a shim as it tightens up. And I think we'll be okay. You can see it right here off to the side, but if the screw goes in right here, or forcing it through, we might be able to get it all the way through.
Good night.
Good night, Bella. I love you.
I love you.
Alright.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to fix the guitar case. It needs a new latch.
Oh.
I'm going to try and screw a new one on.
Okay.
Alright. Bye.
Bye.
So all I'm doing now is I'm taking this tip here, or you can use any size you want. It's just an Allen driver. And I'm just pushing down on the remnants of the rivet here until it pokes through the bottom. And then with a pair of pliers, I'm able to grab it and just pull it all right through. There it is. Of course, the new latch came in as the wrong style. This one is a 6 rivet, and I needed a 5 rivet because these only have 2 on the top. So I'm not going to use this. I'm going to get the right one so it all matches. All right, so the new latches arrived, and had I known this before, I wouldn't have had taken out the top portion here, but because you just attach the bottom portion to it. Now, the bottom ones I bought only have 2 screw holes, and they don't line up where the old screw holes were. As you see here on this latch here, they're below it. So I don't even got to worry about taking out the rivets. I just had to cut them down after I drilled them out, and this should be able to go right in place, and it will screw in right below the previous holes. So I was able to use the supplied screws that came with the latches. For the top ones though, because I pushed the rivets out, I did have to use a bigger screw, and that's why they don't quite match, because I had to take it from one of my screw kits here. But we're going to leave this latch in place. It looks pretty good. And the only other thing I had to do was, there is this little nub on the top here, as you see here on the new latches where my thumb is. And it goes into a slot here that locks it in. On this one here, there is no notch there, but there's a lip in the front to catch the entire arm. So I just filed down the little nub there. So this will sit in place. So this will go on like that, sit in place, and it goes up and holds it tight. And there we go. And now I just gotta push in the 2 new screws. And there it is. All set. Looks pretty good. And working like a champ. Nice. I think I found them on eBay or Amazon, but the website is philadelphialuthier.tools.com. I did not get sponsored for this. I purchased these. They have the replica Gibson truss rod cover screws, so now I have the right screws to go on the truss rod cover here. I could take off these flat blade screws and put in the correct Phillips head style screws here on the headstock. There we go. We have the correct screws installed. I got a handy dandy screw gun here with a small tip screw head on it. I'm going to run all of these out. All right. Now we can see the switch here and all the room. So we want to loosen this switch here. I'm going to hold it back the way it was so I don't flip it around and get the rhythm and the treble reversed on the pickup here, the neck and the bridge. There we go. Now we can get this off of here. There it is. Looks a lot better. Get this back on there. So there we go. I got it pretty tight on there. Let's make sure the wires are going back in the cavity correct. Slide the plate back in place. Now we can begin putting all the screws right back in. Now I'm only going to use a screw gun for the screws to go on part way, and I'm going to finish it off by hand manually with a regular screwdriver so that we don't crack the pick guard. So before it gets to the end there, make sure to stop the screw gun and grab your screwdriver to finish it. Let's get it tuned up. Enzo said he wants to be the first one to play the guitar, so I'm going to tune it for him. We'll bring him down and let him make some music. All right, Enzo, let a rip, tater chip, whatever you got. Very cool, buddy. Very cool. You do an open E, big E. Very cool. E, F, G. Awesome, buddy. What do you think? Do you like the big guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the big wing on it? Pretty cool. So that's going to do it for this guitar. I'm going to take it to my buddy now who's interested in it. He took the Flying V home first. And now that I got the case fixed, I can bring him the one that he really wants. Hopefully he likes it. And we'll come back in the next video and take a look at the Flying V. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helped you out. Please give me a thumbs up if it did. Please subscribe to the channel. Keep on jamming, everyone. Say bye, kitty.